Hi, my name is Leslie, and this is my series called Dear Diary, Dear God. Today's journal entry is about how I healed my inner child, but somehow I still feel lonely. Each journal that I do and that I share helps me heal my inner child inside. And that's why I like to share, because I feel like if it helps me, it can help you as well. This one is deeply personal because not a lot of people talk about feeling lonely, feeling isolated, disconnected, and this is just some ways that can help you get through that hard time. This is part 3. What if the reason you still feel triggered today has nothing to do with today? What if it's coming from a version of you that never got the chance to heal? I didn't realize it at first, but the pain I was feeling as an adult was coming from a little girl who was still hurting, and today I finally faced her. This is deeply emotional and powerful topic. I wrote this to show the side of me who is raw, reflective, and spiritually grounded. The title of this journal entry is called I Healed My Inner Child, So Why Do I Still Feel Lonely? Dear Diary, Dear God, today I want to talk about something that has followed me my entire life. Loneliness. Not just the kind where you're alone for a moment, but the kind that grows with you. The kind that becomes a part of who you are. Growing up, I didn't have friends, not because I didn't want them, but because I wasn't allowed to have that kind of freedom that makes friendships possible. My mom was very strict, very protective, and while I know now she thought she was doing what was best, as a child, I felt like I was living in a world set apart from everyone else. No sleepovers, no hanging out after school, no real connection. I watched other kids laugh, bond, and create memories together, while I stood on the outside looking in. And slowly, I started to believe something. Something was wrong with me. I began to question my worth. Why don't I have friends? Why does everyone else seem to belong but not me? Am I not good enough? Those thoughts stayed with me longer than they should have. Even when I did have friends for a short time, they always seemed to fade away. They moved on, found new people, or just went towards different paths. And every time it happened, it felt like confirmation of something I feared deep down, that maybe I was the problem. But God, you were always there when I had no one to talk to. I talked to you when I had thoughts I couldn't share with anyone else. I gave them to you. My deepest fears, my insecurities, my questions, my pain, you heard it all. You became my comfort, my safe place, my only true friend. And while there were moments I wished for someone I can see, someone I could laugh with, someone who understood me in a human way, you took me down a different path. A path I didn't understand then. And if I'm being honest, one I'm still trying to understand now. Because loneliness does something to you. It can make you feel invisible. It can make you feel unworthy. It can make you question everything about yourself. It can make you believe that you are not enough to be chosen. But as I grow older, I'm starting to see things differently. Maybe it wasn't rejection. Maybe it was protection. Maybe I wasn't being left out. Maybe I was being set apart. Maybe God was keeping me from connections that would have brought me more pain, more betrayal, more confusion. Maybe there were lessons I needed to learn in solitude that I wouldn't have learned surrounded by people. And maybe the relationship I built with God in those lonely moments is something many people spend their whole lives searching for. Because when you have no one else and you still choose to believe, still choose to pray, still choose to trust, that kind of faith is different. That kind of faith is real. I won't pretend it didn't hurt. I won't pretend I didn't cry or wish things were different or question why my life looked the way it did. But I also won't ignore what it built inside of me. Strength, depth, discernment, and a connection with God that can't be shaken. And I'm proud of that. So maybe I wasn't friendless. Maybe I was just being prepared for something greater, something deeper, something more aligned with who I'm meant to become. And even now, on the days I still feel that emptiness, I remind myself, God knows what He's doing, even when I don't understand it, even when it hurts, even when it feels unfair, because not every path is meant to look the same, and maybe mine was always meant to lead me closer to you. I used to think healing meant moving on, but now I understand it means going back and finally giving yourself what you needed all along. And the truth is, this is only the beginning, because in the next part, I had to face something even harder. The ways I was unknowingly holding myself back from the life I was praying for. If you've ever felt stuck, even when you're trying to heal, don't miss part 4. Part 4. Adulthood, freedom but still lonely. I finally had the freedom I always wanted. I could go anywhere, talk to anyone, be whoever I wanted to be. So why did I still feel so alone? No one talks about this part, when your life finally opens up, but something inside you still feels stuck. And I didn't understand why until I really started to look in myself. Dear Diary, dear God, I thought things would be different by now. I thought that once I got older, once I had freedom, once I could finally go where I wanted, talk to who I wanted, live how I wanted, that the loneliness would disappear. But it didn't. And that's the part no one really talks about. Because now I can go anywhere. I can meet anyone. I can build the life I once dreamed of as a child. But somehow, I still feel stuck, still alone, still searching for something I can't quite reach. God, why does it feel like I have all the freedom in the world, but none of the connection? I watch people my age with their friend groups, their memories, their laughter, their sense of belonging, and I can't help but wonder what that feels like. To have people who choose you, to have people who stay, to have people who truly know you. Because even now, I still find myself alone more often than not. Not because I have to be, but because something inside me doesn't know how to step out of this space I've lived in for so long. It's like I've outgrown the cage, but I'm still standing inside of it. And sometimes that scares me, because I ask myself, is this just who I am? Is this how my life will always feel like? Will I ever have real, genuine friendships? I dream about it. Late night conversations, laughing until it hurts, feeling understood without having to explain everything, just belonging. And yet, even in this space, even in the confusion, even in this quiet kind of loneliness, you are still here. You've always been here. And maybe that's what keeps me going. Because even though I don't fully understand your plan, I'm starting to trust it. Maybe this season isn't about isolation. Maybe there are parts of me still healing, still growing, still becoming, so that when the right people do come into my life, I'll be ready. Ready to receive real love. Ready to recognize genuine connection. Ready to not lose myself trying to belong. Because I've learned something. God, loneliness doesn't always mean you're missing something. Sometimes it means you're being redirected, protected, refined. And even though it doesn't feel good, even though there are days I wish my life looked different, I'm choosing to believe that I'm exactly where I need to be. That nothing about my journey is random. That every moment of solitude, every unanswered question, every quiet night is shaping me into who I'm meant to become. So I'll keep trusting you, even when it's hard, even when I don't understand, even when I feel alone, because one day I believe I'll look around and realize that everything came together exactly how it was supposed to. And maybe the friendships I've always dreamed of are still on their way. I spent so much time asking God, why am I still alone? Why hasn't my life changed? But what I didn't realize was I wasn't just waiting for connection. I was avoiding it. And that's when everything started to make sense. Because the next part of my journey forced me to face a truth I didn't want to see. The possibility that I was standing in my own way. If you ever felt like that, like you're ready for more, but something keeps holding you back, you need to watch what comes next. I hope you enjoyed this journal entry. Sometimes it takes a lot from a person to realize when they messed up and to learn from it and grow from it. For me, I was always wondering why does this happen? Why does that happen? But the truth is, there's always a reason, a deeper reason of why things happen. And you choose to get the good from everything that happens to you. Just trust and believe in God that everything that happens is for a reason, for you to learn, for you to be greater, for you to better yourself, so that you don't make the same mistakes. Thank you so much for watching my journal entry. Please like the video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel for more entries. Have a great day and always believe in yourself.